Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I thought I would do my skincare routine and skin kind of journey for everyone, because I get a lot of people asking how my skin is so clear and what my skincare routine is. And to be honest, it's quite simple, but I have gone through quite a journey with my skin to get to where I am now, so I thought I would explain it all for you guys. And I will include a timestamp for when I actually go on to my skincare routine. So let's begin. I started getting like a few spots quite early on, actually, like in late year 4 or year 5, when, what's the age you're around then? Like 9 or 10? I started getting like a few spots, and no one else in my primary school would have them, because it's not that normal to get spots at that young of an age. So I got them. I always kind of just managed with them, would wash my face, moisturise, with just very basic products, wouldn't do anything. And it was always kind of just like fine, but still there. And then when I got into like year 7, it started getting a bit worse. I'm going to try and find some pictures as well if I can, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it was too bad in year 7, but it was like fine. And then in year 8, it did get quite bad. I remember actually going into we went to the doctor in the beginning of 2020 when I was in year 8, but all they could do was put me on a cream called Differin to help my spots, because they didn't want to put someone on Accutane at such a young age, etc, etc. So they just gave me Differin, which I used. I ended up using that throughout lockdown. I do think my skin was quite good during lockdown in 2020, but maybe that was because we were outside a lot because of the really nice weather we had then, and vitamin D also helps with skin. So I think that was the reason my skin was pretty good. But as soon as I went back to school in late 2020, my skin got bad again. And my skin always clears up a bit around summer, so then in like 2021 summer it was slightly better. It was always kind of bad, like my skin did not look good that whole year. And then we finally decided to just go like private and go to a dermatologist who specialises in skin, and he put me on Accutane in maybe it was late September to October. So we had to do some blood tests each month for Accutane, so you get blood tests done. You also have to do a pregnancy test because they want to make sure you're not pregnant while you're on it, which I obviously wasn't. So I ended up being on Accutane, I can't remember the exact dates, but I think it was from late September, October 2021 to maybe early February 2022. I think it all happened quite quickly for me, because each time I had a checkup each month, they upped the dosage, so it just kept getting more and more. And my body was able to handle that, so it worked pretty quickly, and already by Christmas my skin was pretty good, which meant I just had to carry on and carry on. The only thing was, oh my gosh, when you're on Accutane, your body gets so dry. Every single thing was so dry. The worst thing for me was my lips. My lips were terrible. They would always be cracking at the sides, and you can't really fix cracking at the sides of your lips. I'd open my mouth to talk and it would cut and then almost bleed. And then when you're putting moisturiser over the top of that, it kind of just seals it, but then it can just break again. And it was a cycle of that and that. So my lips didn't get back to normal until I finished on Accutane. And I also really struggled with my hands. They got really dry, almost eczema-y, to the point where when I sweat, it would sting. But that was manageable. If I just put some cold water on it, that was fine. But it was just a lot to take, you know, how dry my body was and how that could hurt. In fact, I found, and I know Vaseline's not even meant to be the best kind of lip balm out there, but I found, for my lips at least, Vaseline was the one that worked best and stayed on my lips the longest while I was on Accutane. Less so probably now when my lips are fine, but when your lips are really, really crusty and dry on Accutane, Vaseline was the best thing. And I only discovered that in the last part of my Accutane journey, I guess, which was a bit annoying, but it was fine. Another thing with Accutane is you have to obviously wear sun cream every day. I think it helped because I was doing it over the more cold months, but I wear sun cream every day anyway, so it was fine. And I always will wear SPF every day. I don't want to age too much. I'm only 15 right now. But let's get on to my skincare routine, because a lot of people do ask me, and I think it would be nice to show you guys what I use. I can't really see this routine changing, because since my skin is so good now, I don't really want to get too experimental with products, because although once you're on Accutane and you've gone on it, I think it was 9 out of 10 people never get spots back again. That's what my dermatologist told me. But since I'm quite young, there's just a slightly higher possibility that they could come back, but I've not really had anything else back in the time I've been off it this year, so it has been alright. But I'll get onto my skincare routine and show you what I've been doing to maintain my skin. For my morning skincare routine, I always use the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. This cleanser is brilliant. It is not drying on the skin. It doesn't foam up, so it doesn't leave your skin dry like that. It's just a really nice basic one. I use a few pumps of this, just put it on my dry face, add a bit of water to like emulsify it a bit and then wash it off and then pat my skin dry, and it just works a charm. I don't think there's really anything else that I need to say about this. I think loads of people use it and it's great. It's just a nice basic face wash. And then in the morning, the only other product I use on mornings is the Ultraviolet SPF 50 Supreme Screen Hydrating Facial Sunscreen, and it's great. In summer I use like 3 pumps of this for my face, but like when it's winter, like 1.5, 2 is what I use, and it's really good. I have not gotten burn on my face the whole year because it's so good. It's just really nice, and it's really good under makeup. If you are a person who wears makeup every day, I find it makes my whole base nice and glowy, and I mean my skin is kind of always looking glowy, I guess. That's one of the compliments I do get, and I think this is a product that definitely helps contribute to that. So that is what I do. Okay, now for my nighttime skincare routine. This is a bit more long and in-depth because at night I feel like it's all the time to like benefit and treat your skin, you know? So if I've been wearing a lot of makeup that day, like foundation, like eye makeup, everything, I like using the Jordan Samuel After Show Treatment Cleanser. This is like a balm in a tube, so then you like put it in your hands, lather it up, and it becomes like an oil that removes all your makeup, and you just then use a hot flannel and kind of obviously wipe it over your face to remove the makeup, and it's great. It leaves your skin feeling really hydrated as well, so I really like that about that. But if it's a day like today where I'm just wearing like blusher, highlight, mascara and eyebrows, I will use a micellar water with cotton pads and just go over my face with that before then using my main cleanser, because my normal cleanser wouldn't remove makeup all itself, so I've got to use something like this beforehand, you know, to get the initial layer of dirt and makeup off. Then, just like in the morning, I use the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. As I said before, really nice and hydrating, basic, not drying, just an overall good cleanser that I can use morning and night and don't have to buy another product for. Now, a few times a week, I will go with this Differin 0.1% gel. Now this is, once you've been on Accutane, they give you this gel that's prescribed by the doctor. You can just keep going and getting more when you're done with each one to kind of maintain your skin being good. So this is the type of thing that I was originally put on before I got put on Accutane, but I was on the cream version. So it's more of like an extra top-up thing to the Accutane. So a few nights a week I will use this just on its own with nothing else. But for the other days of the week I use this CosRx Snail Mucin. I found out about this year in like spring, and I love it. I don't use it every single day, but it's so good. Like, so good. This is so hydrating on the skin, and I love the way it feels. I love the texture of it. It's almost like a slightly bouncy gel, but very liquidy still. It's a power essence, and I do think it really helps with the overall look at my skin. I think this is also another product that makes my skin look so healthy and glowy. I definitely think this is a product that a lot of people should try out if you've never thought of trying it out. And then after that I've got 2 options for moisturiser. I've got the Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturiser and the Innisfree Jeju Cherry Blossom Jelly Cream. I like these both equally as much as each other. To be honest, I kind of just interchange between the two because they're both kind of running out right now. I think I definitely will repurchase the Innisfree one. It's cheaper than the Dr. Sam's. But the Dr. Sam's has got quite a lot of like actual skin benefits, like the ingredients. I'm not going to read them out because they're kind of hard to pronounce words, but it's nice like acids and stuff that are really good for your skin. So I do really recommend both of these if you want a more higher end option and a more cheap option. I do really like both of them. So yeah. That's kind of the end of my skincare routine. I know this video was kind of a bit basic. I think people probably thought that my routine would be a bit more long extended because of my skin being clear, but really that was all because of the Accutane. There's not really much more of a story to that. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has followed me recently. I gained quite a lot of subscribers with my morning routine and after school routine, and I just want to say thank you for keeping up with my videos, and thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!